What's up, everyone? I have a package. Any guesses on who sent it? Blade HQ was awesome and sent some knives out. I did already open the box and I carried 2 of the knives for a day each, so still pretty much like first impressions, but a little bit more than just an unboxing impression. So yeah, I'm bad at unboxing on camera because I get very excited. So yeah, shout out to Blade HQ. I'm gonna put their website in my bio. Once again, fast shipping, no hassle returns. Shout out to Blade HQ. So let's get into it. Got your popcorn. Let's see. Boom. Sharp by Design Apex. We got Chaves. And boom. Mini Champ. And of course, in true Blade HQ fashion, stickers. Love stickers. I need to get like a big Yeti cup and just put all my stickers on them. I really like this one. Oh, and it's got a CRK. Okay. I really like this sticker. I'm sure there's a few more. Just haven't dug through the peanut to find them. Oh, found one. Oh, found 2. I'm spilling the peanuts everywhere. Oh, birthday candles. I thought this was about knives. You thought wrong. Stickers. Alright, I'm done. Okay. Probably some more in there. I'll go through them. But anyways, let's talk about them. So, Sharp by Design Apex. This is a knife that I've seen a lot of. Seen a lot of pictures. It looks really cool, but I didn't know how it would be. So, 1 minute. Let me get my cat out of here because he's going to start making noise. Alright, I'm back. Simbo's trying to make an appearance. He loves the camera. Anyways, but this is a design that I'd seen quite a bit of. For Sharp by Design, I didn't know how I'd like it in person. I have to say, I actually do like it. It's got really good action. I love the Sharp by Design. I also have the Mini Tempest, and that knife does the same. I don't know, he just does well with designing them because they all have such a controlled shut. Like, it just closes really nice. It's just got a very nicely controlled drop. Always love a hole cut out for deployment. Spotty flicking. This one is the front flipper version. There's also a flipper version, but I do like the front flipping version. Main reason I like the front flipping version is because with a front flipper, at least this one, the way he designed it, when it's locked in the open position, that little nub goes away, the front flipper tab. I like that it disappears into the design when it's open and locked, so I actually like that. And once again, with just that nice controlled drop. The pocket clip. A little to be desired. I think it's really thick, which is nice, and I have had it in my jeans pockets. It had nice retention, didn't bug me. I see the design thought process, I guess, to match the blade with the pocket clip, the satin and the satin. Not my personal cup of tea. I would have rather it been black with the body frame, but I mean, hey, who knows? It does look good. Might grow on me some more. Might look into alternatives for the pocket clip, but it is thick and it has nice retention, which is important in a pocket clip. So there's that. This is in the drop point blade. You've got some nice grind lines there. The inlays are really cool. I thought about getting some of the Knife Nuts podcast. It's like a purple fuchsia color. I thought about getting some of those before they sell out. But contrary to popular belief, I do tell myself no sometimes. I know it might not look like that with my collection, but it didn't happen overnight. I do try to be good. But yeah, no, overall, I actually, I like this knife. It's nice. It's fidgety. It's good size. So yeah, actually not bad. What my hair's doing over here. I made another video earlier, that's why I'm in the same shirt, but I went to the store. It's kind of chilly now in the south. Northerners wouldn't think it's cold, but anyways, felt like in a content mood today, so that's why I have the same shirt on as my previous videos. I do change clothes sometimes. But anyways, yeah, overall I really like this design. I do like the cutout here in the handle. It's cool. I like this better than like the speed holes. Like, you know, some handles have the speed holes. I like just that one cut better. I think that looks good. And it has like a futuristic design to me, which is cool. And we'll do some close-ups here in a minute and do some size comparisons, as well as go over the price and the specs. But yeah, it carries well. It did carry well in the pocket, even with this clip. It does have kind of a hot spot, at least in my hand. Like that clip, if I'm holding really tight with like a hammer grip especially, like I feel it, that curve of the clip in the very center of my hand, like it's kind of a hot spot. But other than that, the handle is very comfortable. Contoured handle is very nice. So yeah, definitely a cool design, cool blade. You know this box, the Chaves Liberation 229. The only knife of this brand I've ever owned is the Tack. It was the flipper version. I did end up selling it after a while. Still a really nice knife, and it was smooth, but I'm excited that this was my first impression, first handling of this knife, of one of these Liberations. So I like it. It's like a tank. It's like, and you feel like a badass when you're carrying this knife. Excuse my French, but it does come with another pocket clip. I know in the past a lot of people had complained about these skull pocket clips. It does come with a different pocket clip that you can put on. I haven't changed it out yet because it hasn't bothered me. I kind of like that the design's different. I like the skull pocket clip. Now if I was going to take this to work, or maybe more of like a upstanding restaurant or something, I could see changing it. But for me personally, it hasn't bothered me, and I like that it's a little different. The action is great. As far as deployment, the action is wonderful. You can thumb flick, close there, middle finger flick. Beautiful action. Comfortable in hand. You have your finger groove right there. Very comfortable. Nice lengthy blade. You have some beautiful grind lines, and I'll show that on the close-ups here in a minute. But yeah, overall a really nice knife. The only thing that I found that I haven't liked about it yet is, I guess, just this part right here where that, I guess, just choil extends right there. When I'm closing it right there, I wish that this was filed down a little bit more, because it just kind of stops. Like, I get that you don't want it to drop on your thumb, especially with a choil like that. That's a very sharp edge. But it just makes me have to think about closing the knife a little bit more, which I don't normally have to do. And even me just trying to do it controlled, where I take it over like that and just use my finger to flip down, I still feel that little extra bit of the blade right there on my thumb when I'm trying to close. So that's my only thing I don't like about it, is I wish that that was filed down some more. But I mean, hey, guess it's there for a reason. Got about, the lockups, honestly about a 10 to 15% lockup, but I mean, it feels sturdy, no play. But yeah, so you can still do the drop shut. You just have to, you know, maneuver that little extra metal there. So yeah, I don't know. Are they all like that? This is the only Chaves Liberation I've had. I know there's the smaller one as well, so I don't know. Just food for thought. I mean, it still goes with the design well. I mean, I can see how that clicks into place while they have it like that. Just if I'm being nitpicky, that's the only thing I noticed. But even, you know, if I put my thumb way far down here, it doesn't run into it as bad, but it still kind of hits it. So that's just how I've been closing it. I've just put my thumb way down here, pulled it over, and tried to clear that part right there away. But that's the main thing I've noticed. Other than that, this is an awesome knife. It's really cool. I get the hype about these knives. It's really nice. And for me personally, who likes titanium, yeah, this is an awesome titanium knife. Still good action. Overall, I would still probably buy and carry this knife because it's just sweet. And it's different. Like I said, the pocket clip doesn't bother me. Anyways, on to the next thing. You have your Victoria Knox. Classic colors, Wild Jungle. That's an awesome name. Wild Jungle. This honestly is a really awesome color. It's a teal, which I really like. And I love the size of this. It's the perfect size to throw on a keychain, throw in your coin pocket, throw in your pocket as like a secondary backup. You have just your standard knife right there. And it actually came pretty sharp. I was impressed. Nail file plus a scraper. So that little scraper has come in handy for me a lot when using these little multi-tools. And then of course you have your scissors. So this would be a perfect thing for me to clip like on one of the zippers of my backpack for work or something, in case you ever needed scissors, scrape something. Yeah, I love that color. That is a beautiful color, that Wild Jungle. I just really like the size. It's so small and tiny. But yeah, this is a cool multi-tool. This would be like a really good carry for me as my primary, just a huge knife, secondary little small multi-tool. I like carrying stuff like that. But anyways, let's go to the close-ups. And just because both of these knives have different style pocket clips, I'd like to show, here's my Wranglers, showing my Wranglers how the Sharp by Design Apex carries. So as you can tell, it's fairly deep carry, which is nice. You don't have a lot of the knife showing and sticking out. This pocket clip really does curve on the end though. You can see that curve, how at the very end it just curves up. This is a fairly thick clip as well. But I mean, hey, that just means it's strong, which is good. And this clip has very good retention, which is nice. So that's how it looks in the pocket. You definitely have that curve up. It is a thick clip, but it does hold in the pants really well, and it's fairly deep carry, which I do enjoy. And here's your Chaves Liberation 229 in the pocket. This is with the skull clip. As you can tell, you definitely have a little bit more of the knife sticking out. Still have very good retention, and you do see that skull clip. Now, of course, if you have a t-shirt hanging over, you're not going to see the clip, but this is how it fits in the pocket and how it looks as well. I think the skull clip's cool. I've already said that. I don't mind it. But of course, you do have that extra clip in there to change it out with if you'd like. And go ahead and grab that. Kind of just put it over here. There you go. So you're still going to have just about the same amount of the knife sticking out. And that's how that would look. As far as blade steel on these two, you get M390 here and you have S90V here. I was really impressed to know that this has S90V, the Apex. I am a fan of S90V. I'm also a fan of M390. It's a great steel, but you know, it's pretty commonly used, which is not a bad thing, but I just really like that this Apex has S90V as the blade steel. And like I said, this one has M390. Alright, and here is a close-up of the Apex. I think this is a very good EDC size. It's got good action. Love that close. So as I mentioned, this other Sharp by Design, I just really like the way these designs, their closes are just so smooth. They both have very smooth, nice closes. As you can tell, you're gonna have that fancy pivot kind of design, which I do like. I like that it's a little different. And then here you have that thick pocket clip like I was showing with that very intense curve right there. But I really like the way the grind lines look on this drop point. There's also a Tanto version of this knife that looks really nice. But I'm always a big fan of drop point. Very nice grind lines there. So as far as size comparisons, let's see how it measures up. So here is the Apex against the Benchmade Bug Out. So you're a little bit bigger on the Apex there. Let's do it against the Neutron. Still the winner over here. And let's do the Spyderco Para 3. And you still have more blade for sure. Also, I'd like to put it against the Mini Tempest since it's the same Sharp by Design maker. Very similar sizes there for you that do like Sharp by Design. You probably have one of these. Also a great knife. I didn't know if I'd like these inlays, but I actually really do. I'm normally just like a plain all one material on the scale. But I really actually do like these inlays. I like that they sit flush. I don't normally like when inlays stick up above the handle, but these inlays sit flush really nicely, which I think is really cool. They also have the blue inlays. I like how this red pops against the black. Very cool. Like I said, just has like a futuristic, really unique, nice design in my opinion. I know some people have said, I remember seeing a comment from someone going, oh, I thought this knife looked like every other knife. I don't see that personally. I think it looks different and unique, like I said. So I do like that about it for sure. Main thing I like is the size. For some reason, when I was doing those size comparisons, I was actually really shocked. It carries really small, but it's still bigger than all those knives I've showed, which, I don't know, I guess it did kind of surprise me a little bit because when I was carrying this knife in my pocket, it really didn't feel like much. Carried small, which is a good thing. You have, you know, a bigger, longer blade, but it carries well. Carries smaller than it actually is. All right, now I've got the big boy, the Chaves. Like I said, I've never had one of these. Actually, I like it more than I thought I would. I don't know. I guess it's been on my radar, but just one of those things that just never picked up. Yeah, I actually like this a lot more than I thought I would. I don't know why I didn't think I would. I mean, it's literally a titanium handled knife that is like plain Jane and looks good, sleek. But anyways, I like it. Here it is against the Para 3 from Spyderco. Here it is against the Benchmade Bug Out. And for funsies, since these are the two main ones I received, let's do a comparison with those two. And let's now put this knife against more of a knife against its weight class. Here it is against the Spyderco Shaman. So let me try and handle those up. Very, very similar size, if not almost identical. So that's your best size comparison in my opinion against the Spyderco Shaman. But this knife to me carries smaller than the Shaman does, at least in the pocket. Probably because it has a little bit slimmer of handles, just contoured differently, which I like. And as I mentioned with the pocket clips, just in case you are not a skull person, just gonna bring this out again for a close-up. You can put this plain pocket clip on, so it takes away that skull look, which is a nice addition. I do agree. Like I said, the skull clip doesn't really bother me, but I do think for universally just your consumers, I think it's nice to include this extra pocket clip now. Now, as I was trying to say in words earlier, it's a lot easier to explain this on the close-up because you can see what I'm talking about. This is the part of the knife where I don't like it on the close. I understand that it fits well into here when in locked position, but when I'm hanging it over, it just really sticks out a lot. It's just a lot of material hitting my thumb to bend it over. So I will say this is more of a knife that I will just hang over like that, but even doing that, it's still hitting my thumb when I'm trying to control it with my finger. So I think this is just going to be one of those knives where I just have to carry a little bit and get a little bit more used to the specific way to close this one, because it's just got a lot of that material hanging over on the blade right there. So that's my only major negative to this one. It's just that material just feeling a little uncomfortable for the close. So yeah, But you gotta remember, you know, I'm a nurse. I don't have super calloused hands working outside. So I don't know if that'll bother some of you, but for me, it was a little bit of a sensitive, tender spot there. See how it just kind of closes in. And then you have to be careful, of course, when you pull it over, because it felt like it wanted to get stuck a little bit. But as far as deployment, and even when you get past that and just hang it down, it's got good action. Just shoots out like a rocket, and then has a kind of a more controlled close. But I mean, you still can get it to close one-handed like that. You just have to be careful. I've learned my lesson with when the choil's like that and it ends on such a sharp point. I've learned my lesson with that, because if you're not careful, it'll just get your thumb. So there you have that knife. Overall, like I said, I actually like it quite a bit. I can see myself carrying this one. Definitely see myself carrying this one and keeping it in the collection. Another thing to mention about this is when I first saw these thumb studs, I thought they might be a little uncomfortable with how they look, but haven't been bad on the thumb or the middle finger at all, really. So these are not uncomfortable to me. So now I'm curious to know your opinion in the comments. If you had to choose, absolutely had to choose, for your EDC or for if you're carrying a knife for say like a week, just off the information you've received in the video and just off just like looks and comfort, not even really getting into the other stuff, which one would you carry? So you had to carry a knife for a week. Would it be the Chaves Liberation 229 or would it be the Sharp by Design Apex? Just curious. And of course you get this as your secondary. Now this is just in general, just for a week straight. No major missions, just your normal life, but for a week straight, which knife would you choose?